For my 1 year anniversary, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to hear from you instead of from me. Can you believe that it's been a year since I started recording my videos about working in the theme parks? I can't, and when I started, I certainly never expected so many viewers and for it to become so popular. It was just a way for me to tell my stories and stop driving my family nuts. But it's grown way beyond what I could have imagined even at that point, and I am so grateful for every one of you. Since you normally tune in to watch me, I thought I'd do something a little different for the 1 year anniversary. I know a lot of you have a whole lot of stories to tell as well, so I thought we'd take an opportunity and let some of you tell your stories. So here's some of you, my viewers, sharing your stories in the parks and different ride experiences. Tasha Dahlberg shares a moment that she had with the chipmunks that for her was unique, but for me, I saw these things quite often. Here's her story.
Chippendale, the chipmunks, we collect pins and we wear them every time, like all the time to the parks. We usually, some of them have the backings, the lock backings that we to keep them from falling out. Well, these pins did not have, just had the regular rubber backing. And Chip, it was either Chip or Dale, I can't remember who it was. He was just looking at the different pins like they usually do. And all of a sudden, he did something really quick. And then all of a sudden he just took off running. I thought, that's weird. I'm over here, saying hi to you, and all of a sudden you take off. And then I looked down just instinctually and I said, did you just take my pin? And he looks back and he goes, no. And I'm thinking, okay, come here, you little acorn snatcher. I did not know chipmunks did that. And some of the cast members might tell them that story. Some of them didn't even know that they did that. Like one lady photographer didn't even know that. She was surprised. And another guy went like, oh yeah, chipmunks, they steal shiny things. But I didn't know that, so that was funny. Yeah.
Well, of course, I wanted to make sure I got some clips of some of the workers in here. So here's a wonderful clip of one of the employees at Six Flags St. Louis sharing a quick story with us.
My favorite guest moment here is probably from my first year working here. I actually completely lost my voice, so I had written all of my spiels out on a piece of paper and holding them up to guests to read. And this one guy actually thought I was deaf and signed thank you, and I actually know a little bit of sign language, so I was able to sign back welcome, and I just thought that was really cute.
Matthew Dahlberg shares a story about the Tower of Terror that you'll enjoy.
And my favorite moments, so we were wanting to go to California Benches, and our first thing was our mind was ride the Tower of Terror. So we get there, and we, believe it or not, we got to right at the rope. We're actually in front of these cast members, and we actually fall into the gate. Believe it or not, we were the first ones on that ride. Of course, I went like this as number one.
Yeah, I forgot why you did that, number one. I actually remember that now, why you put that up, because we don't usually do the whole number one. Like, we're number one, yeah. We don't usually do that.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of my favorite rides. It's a bummer to see that go.
Here is a really neat story from another employee at Six Flags St. Louis, sharing a great moment that they got to experience.
Okay, so I was working ring toss, and ring toss is one of those games where it's kind of left up to chance or luck. You hope that you win, you hope that you get a ring on the bottle. And I had a family, and they were spending a ton of money on it. They'd gone through like 5 big buckets of rings, and they still hadn't won. And they were like, okay, this is the last bucket that we are spending money on, this is it. They used the whole bucket up until the last ring, and they were like, if we do not win on this last ring, then like this sucks, like this game's rigged, all that typical stuff. They won on the last ring, and they got it on a blue bottle, which is like one of the big prizes, and they freaked out. They had like a little girl, and the little girl actually started crying, and it was so exciting to actually bring them the prize. And it was so funny that they won on the last one, so that's my favorite memory company.
Robbie Block shares a neat little story about something that he lost and found while at Disney.
My name is Robbie Blocks, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of my special magical moments at Disney World. I do have a lot of magical moments at Disney World, but my most favorite magical moment is back in 2011. I was 6 years old back then, and those were the time when you were losing baby teeth. When I went to Disney World, we stayed at the All-Star Movies Resort, and we also were in the Buzz Lightyear Hotel. So I think we were coming back from either Magic Kingdom or Epcot. We came probably around 8:30 back to the resort, ready to go have some dinner in the cafeteria. and then go to the hotel room and sleep. So what happened was I wanted to get a little snack. It was these chip bags. They had different flavors. I chose a barbecue flavored bag of chips. We were just walking out of the cafeteria after we paid for them. My dad opened up the bag for me. So then I started eating chips. And then when I was eating, I noticed something harder than a chip. And what I noticed was my tooth. I noticed it was after I ate the chip, I just thought it was a chip still. But then when I took my tongue and then I was like feeling my teeth, I'm like, hey, where'd my teeth go? That tooth, I actually swallowed it. I actually thought it was a chip. So that tooth has never been found. Thank you for listening to my story, and also special thanks to Sir Willow for letting me share one of my magical moments at Disney World.
Richard Meredith from Canada shares with us this wonderful story of a magical moment with Cinderella aboard the Disney cruise.
First of all, let me say hello to everyone out there. My name is Richard Meredith. I live in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. A special hello to Sir Willow. He has no idea how much I appreciate what he's doing for our community. I love his videos, as I know so many of you do, and we look forward to them on a regular basis. I just want to say keep up the good work. You're doing a fantastic job. I'd like to relate a story. When my family first went to Disney together, we booked a cruise with Disney, and if you've never been on the cruise, you have to do it at least once. I don't think you have, Sir Willow, if I remember correctly. I think you mentioned it in one of your videos. You have to get there someday. When we were on the ship, it was my daughter's first time on a vacation with us. She's only 3 years old, and she was a big Disney princess fan, so we did something really special for her. My wife took her out of the room and went somewhere in the ship. I went to the gift shop and I bought this cute little bell with Cinderella. It was made out of crystal, and we left it on the bed for her, and it was a surprise for her when she came back to the cabin. Just amazing, her reaction, the way her eyes lit up. She was absolutely thrilled by it. Now later on in the evening, there was a meet and greet with Cinderella on the ship. We went to that, and we're on the way there, and then I thought to myself, uh-oh, what if, my daughter happens to mention this bell? Cinderella won't have a clue what's going on. So I actually went to one of the people there that was one of her handlers, and I told the story of what happened, and then he went and talked to Cinderella, and it was all set up. So when my daughter went up to greet her, and she was wearing a replica dress that she had on, it was just amazing to see. When we told her, this is a princess, you have to curtsy when you meet her, and she did. She did a little curtsy, and Cinderella did the same. Everybody went, oh wow, and the room melted. And then the best part, Cinderella leaned over to her and asked her if she had received her gift. And that moment, the look on her face, and I wish I had a camera, and I didn't. It's just something I'm gonna have to remember in my head. But that's something that's gonna stay with us for the rest of our lives. Just absolutely incredible. I can't say enough about the Disney staff, and we've had multiple experiences like this when we've been to the park, where everybody that works there just does an amazing job. It's just incredible.
So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who sent a video in. I appreciate it so much. I hope you enjoyed these. I'd love to see more of your videos. We can do more compilations in the future as well. So if you've got a great story from working in the parks or having been in the parks, send it to me. Send me a link, upload it to YouTube or to a file sharing service, and I'll be happy to take a look at it. Love to put more together and do a video like this again in the future with your great stories. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and share.